Smash.
All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the SmashCast. I am PB.
I'm Blue Steel.
No, you're Stevie. Blue Steel doesn't rhyme.
Okay, I'm Blue Steely.
Okay, that does rhyme. We were spitting and thinking, and 5 seconds ago,
No one was spitting.
we're spitting out ideas. I mean,
Spitting
nobody's
bars.
spitting ideas. No, we were trying to think of things to talk about on this episode. We've decided we're going to give some wisdom.
Oh, we're gonna be so wise. Wisdom all over you.
The knowledge.
We put the null and null. Never mind. Go ahead.
Remember that guy that used to be in his garage that was like, I'm just in my garage with my Lamborghini.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Tayo
Ty
Cruz or
Lopez.
something. Ty Lopez.
Yeah, and he
You're in
gave
my
like
garage. You know what I
Yeah.
like more than what does he say?
it's like, you know, I like more than my
Knowledge.
Lamborghini.
I read a
my-
book a day. No, you don't. You asshole. No, you don't. He's probably one of the guys that we talked about previously that you mentioned. Like, I pay people to read books for me and tell me the cliff notes.
Dude, I still need to make a video on that. I still need to make like a TikTok about it. He was
What's
like
the
the
day?
original. He was like the original course bro, where he sold courses on how to get rich. He was like the first one to do it.
I don't know if he's the first one, but he became very popular.
He was.
I still don't even know what he does or did.
I don't know.
I just saw his face all the time on YouTube.
Yeah, he just paid a lot of money for that ad to be like circulated.
Yeah, and I always thought, like, why do you keep your books in your garage in this huge house that apparently is yours? Why are you keeping your books in your garage?
Because
Shouldn't
you
you
know
have a
what you
room
need?
for the books?
You know what you need next to a Lamborghini at all times,
Yeah.
Steven?
It's
A
just
bookshelf.
books. Is the rest of your house filled with other stuff?
It's just other Lamborghinis
None of it makes
in his
sense.
house with. It's
It's
just,
parked in different. It's all Lamborghinis everywhere.
there's Lamborghinis. They're like
Lamborghinis all the way down.
Ty, why do you need a Lamborghini? Because I have a bookshelf in this room, and obviously you can't have a bookshelf without a Lamborghini, and you can't have a Lamborghini without a bookshelf. So
Hey, one man's expensive car is another man's trinket.
knowledge. Okay, but yes. So
We're gonna give out some knowledge.
Steve and I are relatively popular on social media. To the, I would say in the bookish community, we are larger than most.
For now.
For
all
now,
downhill
there's
from
some there's some up and comers for sure. I don't know any off the top of my head, but we thought we would sit down and give what we've learned, some do's, some don'ts, how
some
much we hate
maybes.
TikTok right now.
TikTok can suck all of these weens.
TikTok is
They can suck every ween. Just a bag of them. So grab your notepad, okay? Grab a pen and get to sketching. Not sketching. Get to writing. Are you ready to give that hard wisdom, buddy?
Yeah. Also, now I'm picturing somebody like you're like teaching, and they're supposed to be taking notes the whole time. They're sketching like a picture of you, and then they're done. They're like, "What have you taken so far?" And they flip it around, and it's just you, and it's like,
It's a subpar picture of me. It took me a half a day to finish the shading on your upper lip. Napoleon Dynamite? Okay. I don't
Okay,
think
yeah,
it
I
was,
was like,
I
it
forget the
sounded-
time frame. I don't know if it was half a day or a few hours, but upper lip
I remember
shading.
the quote sounded familiar.
Wait, I forgot the crystals.
So I think the biggest thing that I would first say is post as much as you humanly can.
No. Here's what's going to be. This episode is going to be you saying something or I saying something, and then both of us just disagreeing with each other.
Okay, maybe not as like as much.
Because
as
there's
you
no
humanly
one size
can.
fits all. There's just what works.
No, but I think that's the thing.
That
is
would be a
when you-
one size fits all, by the way.
Well, I think
Okay, go
that's-
ahead.
The thing is, when you first start out, you don't know what works. Hell,
Right.
I still barely know what works. So you post 4 times. I say 4 times a day is what you try to aim for.
Yeah, you don't want to. You don't want to
don't
overexpose
oversaturate.
yourself. Because if
There's
you
a-
just post every 5 seconds, it's going to get lost in the algorithm. And you can't decide what to put in front of people, and they're not going to see every video. Even if you're a very popular content creator, unless you get to the status of God status on social media, which some people have gained. But other than that, some videos just aren't going to be seen by most of your followers. So you should
Yeah.
post 4 times a day is pretty good.
4 times, and
Depending on
then,
the platform. That's at most, though. And you don't want to go back to back.
You can do extra stories and stuff too, though, for added
Stories you can post as much as you want. Like
Yeah.
stories is all about you. I try to just do whatever silly idea I have that's not good for a video that I don't think qualifies as a video. But sometimes a story will be better than I thought it would, and I'll just extract it and make it a video. But yeah, I can post as many stories as you want because people want to see your face.
See the face.
And if they don't, you want to make them want to see your face.
Look at me.
Because at the end of the day, you got to figure out what your product is, right?
Yeah.
And in our case, we are the product. I'm the product. Squamer's the product. Because people want to hear what we have to say. They want to hear what we do and this kind of thing. Now, if you're trying to sell something, if you're building your platform for a course you have or something that you're selling, you aren't the product. You're pointing people to the product. So you want to make that the focus. So whatever your product is, you want to make the focus. But if you want to be a personality like us, you are the product. And you have to treat yourself like that.
Yeah, and I think that if you're doing a product specifically, the first 5 seconds is the most important.
Oh yeah, that's why you have these silly videos that are like the ASMR real quick, or it'll just piss you off or something else, and then it cuts to the pitch. It's an attention grabber.
I hate those videos that make wild statements, but then I watch the rest of the video and I'm like, God, I hated it, but it did exactly what it was meant to do. One
tactic, and I don't know why this is even freaking legal, and it pisses me off every time. And I know you know what I'm talking about. Let me get to it. There's ads for games that are nothing like the game when you download it. And they'll even say, this is just like the game. It's not a fake. Yeah, it is a fake ad, you asshole. Nothing. I've downloaded this game 5 times, and then I delete it and I re-download it because you get me with these stupid commercials. It's not the same game. But they trick you. Or they'll make it to where like only 1% of the population can solve this puzzle. And it's like the easiest puzzle ever. And you're like, oh, I'm so smart. Or they make it impossible. The point is you want to grab your stupid attention. That's what they're trying to do. We're all dumb, and they're trying to grab the dumbness and just make you feel special.
So I think especially when you're starting, and that product is especially true. And when you're starting out, you need to have videos that keep people's attention. Because when you're established, the views kind of keep people staying. Because like if you see a video that has no views and it's boring in the first 5 seconds, you're like, nope. But if you get to like somebody that's like, oh, I know this person, or this video has a lot of views, it must be a reason for it. Then you don't have to do as much. Yeah, I think. Once you're there, but the beginning is when you want to first grab the attention. So.
Are we talking about the outline of an actual video now?
I'm just saying the first few seconds are probably pretty vital. If I'm giving these are just from the hip advice.
From the hip.
Just right off the top.
You can compile these into something that's formatted for your pleasure. But we're just going to shoot from the cock. I mean the hip. My bad.
I don't want to go. Okay, I no longer want to pretend to duel Steven. That's not a thing I want to do anymore.
Pretend to duel Steven.
Okay, let's go pretend to duel. Steven, why are your pants off?
I thought we were dueling.
This is not... Oh, I've been wildly confused.
The no pants dance is a very important part of the duel.
So
anyway,
what we're
So if you want to talk about structure of the video, we could get into that now.
I was gonna say don'ts next because we have do's. What are some don'ts that you could think of for social media?
Don'ts.
Don't
have a blurry camera.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Don't. Timing is very important. Also, if you're not funny, don't try to be funny. Just be. And here's what's going to happen. Squammer mentioned. I say that because we've all seen the cringy videos that people trying to be funny, and they're just not funny. Don't be funny. I mean, unless you want to build a platform on cringe, Facebook people do it all the time, and they make a shit ton of money by it. It's all cringe, and you just hate watch it. You have those accounts that you just hate watch. You don't follow them, but it always comes up because you always watch it.
Have you seen the dude that claps his feet together?
Yeah, I don't hate watch those. I enjoy those now, though. Hello, princess. But he has so that's a great example. He has a theme. Every video is the exact same format. It's the same type of video. Mine are all different. Yours are all different because again, we're just like a person. Our personality is the product. So whatever we do is going to get some sort of views. Although some videos get more views depending on what it is. But he has a character, and that's his whole. If he changed into something else, like he just started playing music one day, no one would give a crap. No one cares about what they didn't follow you for. So just keep doing that until you make them care. Also, realize, I've told several people this actually, people won't give a shit about you until other people give a shit about you because people follow trends. And I mean, I've seen a video just with like 2 likes and I just immediately scroll past it because I don't know this person. I have no reason to know this person.
Yeah.
So no one will care until someone else cares. It's the same thing with music too. When bands get really popular, people just follow trends. So you have to become trendy. Yeah. In a sense.
Yeah, and I think that, I think that's why you post so much. You can figure out which one of your content is the trend.
The first, we'll just say 6 months to a year. For me, it was like 5 years just trying to figure myself out.
Yeah.
But the first, let's just say 6 months. You get yourself a little plan, a little time interval, or a time span rather. First 6 months is just you trying to figure out what you have to offer the world. That's it. And you're going to try all kinds of different things. And eventually, you will have a viral video. Odds are stacked in your favor. Everybody gets a viral video, at least one. And then from there, if that worked, you can try to replicate it with in another way. Okay, they like this type of video. I'm gonna make another type of video like this, and then we'll see what happens. But you don't want to do it instantly. You want to let that video, reach its peak in views and then try again. And maybe that's your niche. Or maybe it was just a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, and don't try to force it. Once it falls apart, like the book talk helpline everybody loved, but then when I try to do them lately, they just kind of fall off. So
yeah. Don't too much of a good thing is normally a bad thing.
Yeah, and there was like a stint where I had like one a day, and each one got like 300,000 views or more, and then it just. Admittedly, I got less creative with it too because eventually ran out of ideas. So that is another thing that's hard about being super niche is that doing different but the same is very hard. I think we don't have that problem as much because we have some more room to do things like book things. Even books alone, you can do a lot with that idea.
You could do like I do silly skits for Cassian, and some of these come from comments saying, "Oh, this would be funny," and just use the comment section.
No, I did an entire series off of Primal Play where it's like chasing, but it was like one. The one thing was like if the woman or one of the comments was like, I want to do this, but I'm violently out of shape. So then it was like, okay, so that's him chasing her, and then be like, okay, well, what if the man's out of shape? So I did another one that was like that, and then it was like, what if they're both out of shape? And then it's like, what if they're both in really good shape? And then it was like a different, and I got like 6 or 7 videos that all did well, but after a while, I was like, okay, I can't. There's no more variations. That was it.
Yeah,
that's all I got.
That was the end of that little season of those videos,
and they all did really well. So
yeah. You'll find, like my Cassian videos, I stopped doing them as often because they continued to get less and less views, which shows you that, this is reaching its peak. Or just give it a little bit and then it'll come back.
I bet it will come back the next time she releases a book.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, if I can repost old, that's another thing. If you have a video that does well, just repost it in like 6 months and you'll get some more views.
Or like TikTok does this thing, like, remember on this day? Or it's like this day. Yeah. I usually this is so easy for me.
And some people don't like that. Like, why are you reposting old videos? Well, sometimes you watch reruns on television. Maybe not so much anymore, but back in the day, people would play reruns. It's the same thing.
Back in the day,
just a rerun of your old content.
Yeah, no.
And if you're monetized, it's a great way. If you don't have an idea, just take an older idea. Like, hey, I'm just gonna throw this back out there.
Yeah, and the algorithm does like it when you post a lot, not like a ton. Again, the 4 is probably your sweet spot because
if you're starting out, but yeah, you're right. I think at most 4, right?
Yeah,
depending on the platform, but I guess any platform at the most 4.
I think all platforms. I mean, like besides Snapchat, you can post as many. As
I don't give a shit about Snapchat. Snapchat can eat my shorts. In the words of Bart Simpson.
I don't actually know how many followers I'm at on Snapchat. I kept trying for so long because it was like you get paid a lot off Snapchat, but it's so hard to break into. I'm only at like 25,000. You need 50 to get paid, so I'm like,
I gave up after getting 20 followers. It took me like 2 months, and I'm like, we all die, so I don't care anymore.
We all die. So
I would say this though. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the TikTok does reward. If it not only rewards you for posting frequently, it punishes you more for not posting.
And that's what I was gonna say. I would say if you're starting out, 4 is too many. You need to just get your feet wet in this whole thing and create some sort of a system. I would say at least once a day, every single day.
Oh yeah, at least
forever. Never miss a day. Because what Squamer and I have found, even with our larger platforms, is if you miss a day of posting, like if I'm sad on a Saturday and I don't post anything, Sunday, I'm not going to get any views when I post because the algorithm, for some reason, social media does not want you to have a good mental health. They don't want you to take breaks. They want you to continue to feed the machine. And so you have to post every single freaking day.
Huh? Come on. You're a content monkey to them. Come on, post. You can do it. Post.
And if you're like a person who needs days off from your phone, there are ways to auto-schedule things. I've started playing around with that. I don't really do it, but it's an option for those of you that want to take days off without actually taking days off.
I mean, you can just do drafts. So you just have to open it, hit post, and then.
Well, if
repost
if they don't have their phone for a day, you can schedule where just automatically posts at a specific time.
Yeah,
Facebook does that, and Instagram does that.
Yeah, TikTok you can't schedule ahead. There are platforms that you can use that will auto post for you.
Yeah.
But you have to pay for them. I've
Well,
never.
you need
really
to post
used them.
at least once a day. Yeah.
At least once. Yeah,
And if
you
you
don't
miss a
post,
day, you have to start over. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
especially when you're starting out. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other thing is now is harder than ever to get popular on social media. I think that 2020 was the time that if you were gonna grow, a lot of people.
Yeah.
It was the easiest time because everybody was home. TikTok had just kind of it was a new thing, but it'd been out for. Well, Musically was a thing for a while, and then TikTok got bought out, and then so like 2019 is when it became. Was it 2018 or 2019 when TikTok?
I got on in
TikTok?
2019, so that's when it really started taking off, and then COVID
Yeah.
just raised the roof.
Yeah, well, I
on it.
mean, everybody was sitting home all day. They were like, I need socialization, and
Yeah.
yeah,
It was a weird time.
it was a weird time. I did try.
That's
to
when
post
I
a lot,
got
but
to
that
a
was-
million was in 2020 on TikTok, but I had different type of content. I don't even
Yeah,
remember what stupid content I had. It was just feeding whatever machine was going on then.
Yeah,
just
mine was
chasing
just-
trends.
Yeah, mine was just random all the time.
But when I
back
started talking
then.
about books, I lost just any sort of anything on TikTok. That's why I hate TikTok. I hate TikTok so much.
I actually was able to make that jump with relative ease. I grew a ton. Like I gained like 200,000 followers on TikTok in like a year, and then I've kind of plateaued again. So
Yeah, Facebook has been oddly enough, Facebook. If you're sleeping on Facebook, first of all, there's money to be made.
yeah,
We can get into monetization in a second, but there's money to be made on Facebook. Also, there's a large following there. A lot of people that go to the balls that I go to, that I promote, come from Facebook, oddly enough. And I think I'm at like almost 260,000 followers on Facebook, something like that.
damn, dude,
Two-
I'm at
maybe-
186.
Maybe
I've
I'm
been-
wrong. Let me look. I don't want to spread misinformation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Instagram is my big thing. I get a lot of followers from Instagram. Facebook,
262.
Damn, dude, I'm at 186. So you're crushing me now on. So
Stop it, but keep going. Yeah, you
I
got
need to
me
be-
beat by a landslide on freaking Instagram, though.
Yeah.
Instagram is a great spring. Instagram doesn't pay you. Let's just get that out of the way. I haven't been paid, and when I do, it's like $30. I think they pay you for pictures, but it was like a promotional thing. They don't pay you, but it's a great springboard for other things that make money, like events that we do, and if you have a merch store, or if you have anything else that's external that you want to drive people to, Instagram's the best to do that for some reason.
Yeah, and also
they don't
Instagram
pay
is
you.
the best at showing because like TikTok, if you follow somebody, there's a fair
Yeah.
chance you're still not going to see their content.
No, and TikTok
in-
is so bogged down with TikTok Shop now. It's just almost not even fun anymore. I hate it.
Yeah, but I'm sure you still spend a ton of time on there.
No, I never get on TikTok. It's all Reels and Facebook now.
Really?
Yep. I'm only on TikTok to record my videos, and then I take whatever video I record on TikTok and I save that to my phone. It usually auto downloads after I post it, and then I post that video everywhere else.
I will admit, TikTok by far has, as far as I've experienced, the best recording software.
Yeah, they are the best recording, but they suck as an app. And it's just getting
I
worse.
use TikTok. I watch TikTok the most. But yes,
I never. That was another thing. If you don't know, that's what we do. We record on TikTok, and then we take that video and we post it on Instagram, Facebook, and then whatever other platforms we have. It's the same.
Oh
video.
yeah, I mean, you can do different content. I know some people who do, but if you're struggling, just post the same content
Yeah.
everywhere. And you won't. And the crazy part is you won't get consistent views at all. Like you'll be like, "Wow, that video was fantastic. It did amazing on Instagram." And they'll be like, "Well, I got 5 views on TikTok and 7 views on Facebook." And another day you'll be like, "Oh, I got 1,000,000 views on Facebook and I got 3 on Instagram." And it's not. It's so weird and like not consistent at all. And then you'll hit an app that probably is your niche. Like I have Instagram, you have Facebook right now. But even still, I still get different amounts of views on each platform. Like sometimes I'll do better on Facebook even though I have less followers. For no reason. That happened to me last week. I hit like 500,000 on something that hit like 100 on Instagram, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Lesser known secret. Maybe most people know this, but the videos that we spend the less time on get the most views. Normally speaking, I'll spend like 30 minutes to an hour on some editing video. Not so much anymore, and it would get not very many views, which is a relative term. But let's just say it gets like a couple thousand views. And then I'll do one in 5 minutes in my car and it gets a gajillion views. I'm like, oh, I should just do this forever.
Yeah,
So
the
it's
weird
not
one.
quality necessarily.
No, it's definitely not.
It's attention grabbing, like you mentioned, and there's other factors that go into it, timing, depending on what type of content you're making. But usually the simpler with what we do works the best.
Yeah, I think it depends on what it is. Quantity over quality, especially in the beginning, I think is what I would say, because you don't know what your quality is. Like,
No, you don't, you have no idea. And you think you're going to walk into this thinking, I'm going to make this type of content. Maybe that sticks. Maybe you find along the way you don't like that and you change it. So you're going to find yourself along the way and what you're good at and what you want people to see. Like, what do you have to offer? That's people want to go viral, but what do you want to go viral for? Why? What are you going to do with it? Just want a silly video? Oh, it got 1 million views. By the way, that's not going to be it for you. You're going to want more and more and more. You're going to want just to feed the ego. But why do you want to go viral? What do you have to offer the world? We have, talking about books, we have comedy, we have this lightheartedness. We want to try to bring the world together by not being divisive and being loving to everybody, basically. I just want to make people happy and make people laugh. That's what I do. That's why I make videos.
Lean on. I was trying to think
Lean
of a song.
on me.
Yeah.
When you're not strong, I'll make your videos and I'll help you carry it.
Yeah. I for a long time I did do marketing for a car dealership for a while, so that was interesting.
Did you?
I did.
Were you the inflatable waving arm tube man?
Wacky waving.
Whoa!
He's the wacky waving inflatable tube man. No, it was basically. I mean, so the thing. This is off tracking a little bit, but the thing about it was, the dealership was kind of, as they're kind of older. Like the marketing team was a little bit older and everything like that, and they're like, okay, we want to go popular on social media. And at the time, I had followers and stuff like that. When I was like, okay, and they're like, okay, so I want you to do, and they would give me advice, and I was like, that's gonna do shit. Like that's not gonna do anything. So I was getting views, but it wasn't the type of views that they wanted. They were like, well, what is this doing for us? And I was like, it's not about anything you can majorly track. You just want website clicks. And they're like, well, what about people from across the country? And I was like, no, it's just familiarity.
Yeah,
that's what you want. And
Yeah.
they did not get that. Like I got 1 million views on 2 or 3 videos, and I was like, and they were like, yeah, but what did we do with this? Like, you didn't provide anything. And I was like, yeah, but now they want to come. Like,
Yeah, there's exposure is not a small thing.
yeah. But at
Even
the time,
if it doesn't translate to sales, it will translate to sales.
yeah, it didn't. It didn't go. I did it for like 6 months. They paid me a good chunk of change, I will admit. And I miss doing it because I love cars. So, but
We know.
yeah, I love cars.
I was talking to a realtor buddy of mine, and he has billboards all over the town I live in. And I asked him, do people actually, because he has his phone number and everything, do people call you from the billboards? He goes, no, I never get calls from a billboard, but I always get calls from billboards. I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, well, no one's going to call as they drive by, but they're going to see that billboard enough times. And when they want to sell a house, they're going to think of me. It's just overexposure.
Yeah.
You want to be inescapable, basically, in the online space. I have people that watch my content that don't follow me, but they keep seeing me all the time. And eventually that's going to do something.
I get that a lot. More than, I think lately, especially, like, oh, I don't follow you, but I see your videos all the time. And I was like, I don't think I have any, I'm trying to think of any, like, people I have that I see a ton of their videos, but don't follow them. I don't have that many. I don't know. But, no, because, I mean, that's what they say for marketing, is it's not an immediate payoff. It's always just you want to be in the back of their mind.
Yeah.
Or,
when was the last time you bought something from a commercial? Probably never, unless it was like a dial this number now, but no one does that anymore. But it's in the back of your mind when you think about it randomly at some point.
Yep. And actually, I was watching this thing, and this might be true or not. I don't know. I saw it on something that was like, it was about cars, but the most successful car dealership guys are not, the salesmen are not the ones that pressure you the most or try the hardest. It's the ones that are most honest with you, but you have to do it long term. So when you're
the old salesman tactics don't necessarily work anymore.
No, where you're like, oh well, it's like, okay, no, I wouldn't get this car. It might be nicer, but I would get this one. This is cheaper and it's going to make me less money, but it is a better option, and here's why. And honestly, I've always said I'd be a terrible car salesman because I wouldn't be able to lie to people. They'd be like, I'm going to get this car. What do you think? I'm going to be like, that's a piece of shit, is what I think, actually.
I feel like in this day and age, that's more healthy, though. That's a better way to sell stuff. Because people like authenticity.
Yeah.
And they can sniff out fake people from a mile away.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I think that's true for social media too. Is just be present and be yourself, or whatever version you want to put out there. It's much easier to be yourself, by the way. I mean, every time I meet people, they're like, "You're exactly how I pictured online," and I'm like, "That's good."
That's because we are ourselves in our videos.
Yeah, we're just.
I mean, we don't record ourselves when we're sad. Like, we have actual emotions and this kind of stuff. But if we're having a good time, I'm acting like I act in videos because that's not a face. I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm being myself. Yeah. I mean, there are days, let's not get this twisted, where I don't want to make a video and I am sad, but I do have to turn on my humor in this and I just have to go to work in a sense. And that, in a sense, is fake, but it's still me.
I mean, sometimes I'm just like, today sucks and I'm depressed, but here's something that made me sad or happy or I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, I mean, for us, I think it's easier because we just be ourselves for a certain point. Yeah, but, so consistent. I'm trying to think of like actual across the board advice. Consistency, authenticity.
Unless you suck, then be a little bit fake.
Unless you suck. Actually, I just wouldn't. If you're a terrible person and you post on the internet, eventually the internet will come for you because they're.
Hey, there's a niche of terrible people on the internet, too.
That's true. I mean, if
we've learned anything, there's a platform for really anything.
That is true.
For good and worse.
But if you're one of those people that, I don't know.
Are you bored already?
No.
I know this isn't ha-ha, but this is gold. We're giving out some gold. We're shooting from the cock some gold right now, buddy.
We
need a shirt. Nikki. It just says, I'm going to shoot from the... No, let's not put that on a shirt.
We're not going to put it on a shirt.
And it's just a picture of a rooster. Shooting from the rooster.
Yeah, sure. She's going to be watching this tomorrow and be like, what the fuck?
No, she's going to be taking notes like, oh, this is such good advice. I'm so glad I work for these guys.
I mean, she's got this kind of figured out. She's starting to get this figured out herself. She's got her own little following. Not little.
Coattails.
She's got her following. Yeah.
No, she has like a good following now, and she has people that want to see her. She's the product also. Like, she does different types of it. She's a good example. She does different types of videos, but it's still her, and she's being herself. She's the product. She's not really selling anything unless she does an ad or something.
Yeah. She has like 160 drafts. I wish I had that many.
I have 5 drafts, and TikTok is always telling me, you have too many drafts. Free ups. Shut up, TikTok.
You have too many drafts? I've never got a warning.
I always get warnings. You have too many drafts. You're too good looking.
Right now.
Stuff like that, you know what I mean? TikTok always wants you to pay to, like, your video's doing great. Pay to have it seen by more people.
Yeah.
No. I'll say this. Never, ever pay to promote a video. No, I never have. Well, never do that. Because first of all, it doesn't work. And you're also already in the red. Unless you're doing like some sort of promotional video to where you have something to sell. That's the only thing that makes sense. But if you have something that you're trying to go viral, never pay for virality. Is that a word, virality?
I don't know, but we've never done it, so we can't say if it like, because...
I know people that have done it. To never buy followers and never do this just for your viral video. Again, if you have a product and you would like to market that, you can invest in that marketing and get it seen before more people. But if you're just making stupid videos and you're starting out, don't pay for views.
Yeah. You know, some of my favorite, have you ever seen like some of the business TikToks where it's like, they're like, we're hiring a person to do social media, and they basically give them zero direction. So they just do the most random shit. Like, it has nothing to do with the products they sell at all. Like, some of them, they just mess with the bosses all the time. Like, those are my favorite. And I feel like that was like not so much now, but I feel like 2 or 3 years ago, that was like a thing where it was like scaring my boss. Or, have you seen the one trend where it was like, do you wish you were an athlete? Or do you wish you were more athletic? Like, there was one where this, like, I think it was a car dealership. It might not have been, but this woman was like, the social media girl comes up to her boss and she's like, do you wish you were more athletic? And he was like, I played D1 football. She was like, yeah, but like more athletic. And he was like, that's the highest level of football you could play. She's like, yeah, but like, could you be? And you could tell he's getting so anxious. It got so many views. It's a business page, and it worked. Like, I was like, all right, what do they sell? Because then you're curious, like, okay, well, what's going on at this place? So it's just stuff like that. I think it's funny that where social media is, like, trying to explain marketing tactics now compared to like 30 years ago, they would be like, what? Like, they don't
Yeah.
even mention the product. It's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They got views enough that enough people got curious. So now, yeah.
Yeah, social media marketing is it's harder than people that don't know what they're doing think it is.
Yeah.
Like it's not like my company. They talked about, and I'm not doing this, but the one I work for my day job, they talked about wanting to do some social media videos. I'm like, I'm not doing it, by the way. So this is an odd conversation, but they were giving me ideas that they want to do, and I said, none of this is good. None of this is gonna. This is all shit. Okay, it's terrible. You're not good at this. I didn't say it like that, but in the back of my mind, I mean, I did say these are not very good ideas. But if you don't know what you're doing, it just stop. You need somebody that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, when I worked at the car dealership, they were like, well, you should tell them about, like, like some of the stuff I was like, they can Google. Like, they're like, well, you got to tell them about this one has 4-wheel drive. And I'm like, they can Google that. Like, that's not something they're going to learn from the, like, if they're already to that step, this video
That's a big thing. If you're searching for a truck or a vehicle and you need 4-wheel drive, that's not.
I get that, but like a lot of times, this is just things you Google. And you can get that truck at 16 different dealerships. You need it to come to this one.
I'm going to press back for this though. You need to make everything as easy as humanly possible for anything that you do, for people to gain information for. So if your website is jacked up and people don't know exactly where to go, they're going to they give up after 5 seconds. You have to have everything in order. People don't have the attention span for your mess ups. So you have to have everything. You have to basically hand them everything on a silver platter. And I say this for myself too. If I go to a website and it's too hard to figure, I'm done. I'm going to another website. Or I'm going to another video. This didn't give me the information. It's too difficult.
Yeah, one of my friends, he used to work at a company, and his job was website optimization. Like, you can look up how long, like, they could track. I didn't realize how much they could track from your website. Like, how long was your mouse here? How long was your mouse there?
The
what was the
analytics
first
are crazy.
thing? Yeah, the analytics is crazy. And then there's, like, psychology behind promoting which products they want to sell more. Just based on the sale, like the sales team, will like, this is the product we want you to focus on. So they have to figure out how to arrange the website for that to be the main priority. It's a whole thing, but no, 100%. People have zero attention spans, so like the more effort it takes for them to find whatever they're looking for, the like less likely they are. But I agree with you on the 4-wheel drive thing. I just don't think that unless you build the platform around being informative, doing it once or twice is not going to do you any good. I think that's
right.
So if you're like, I don't know.
I mean, again, unless you have a product you're selling in the video, you need a little bit of details.
I think it depends on what it is.
You have to have like a personality.
You gotta have a personality, and then it depends on what it is. A lot of times, the finite details like that aren't eye-catching enough, I think, to really get you the views you want. Mm-hmm. So you gotta start with something. Sometimes you just like blatantly lie, which is my favorite videos, where they're like, these things used to be $7,000 and now they're $20,000, and I'm like, no, they weren't. No, they weren't.
That sounds like Black Friday, where everything is like, oh, it's $5.99 on Monday, $5.99 on Tuesday through Thursday, and then on Friday, all of a sudden, it's $1,000 marked down to $5.99. Oh, is it?
Yeah,
that's the Black Friday deals now.
Yeah. Did you get anything for Black Friday?
I did, actually. Target had a deal going. So I got a couple books. I got Dungeon Crawler Carl.
I need to read that book.
And then I got The Knight and the Moth. I got some boots. I got some clothes. I got some stuff I actually needed, plus those books.
Nice.
Anyway, have you read the book The Power of Habit?
Nope.
It's by Charles Duhigg. It's a very interesting book. But they talk about how companies use different means in order to make something a habit for you, like brushing your teeth became a habit. But back in the day, it wasn't a habit. So toothpaste companies got together and they tried to figure out, how do we make this a habit so we sell more toothpaste? Also, the foaming of the toothpaste is something that they put in there. It doesn't have anything to do with cleaning your teeth. And I learned about this in that book. Also, certain businesses will have certain scents because they did some research, and certain smells will make you more in the mood to purchase different things. And this is all a psychological thing. It's all in the book. Very interesting. But the power of habit is basically you have a cue, which leads to a routine, which leads to a reward. So the cue is just something external. You see this thing and it reminds you of this, and you have something you got to do now. So biting your fingernails is a great example. You have a cue, and the routine is biting your fingernails, and then the reward is whatever it feels like when you bite your fingernails. And then they take that system, and then they use it in marketing. You have a cue now. So here's your routine, and then the reward is going to be our product, hopefully. Interesting book, though. You should check it out.
Does sound like an interesting book. Maybe I will read it. I don't know. Maybe it would help me with social media. Who knows?
Maybe. It was very insightful. Also, it's not really a remake. It's a building off of that. It's called The Power of Habit. Everybody probably knows what that is. But it comes on the tail of Atomic Habits comes on the tail of Power of Habit.
Okay.
Atomic Habits is probably more readable, so I would recommend that one.
Fair enough. The last book like that I read was the 5 a.m. Club, and it was I tried for
The 5 is that like Sam I Am, Dr. Seuss?
the 5 a.m. Club. It's
I
you
think
wake up
5 I Am.
No 5 a.m.
I don't
Club.
like these Sam I Am. I'm 5 I Am.
Yeah. No, but it's basically a book that talks about how getting up at 5 a.m. What you should a schedule of wake up, read, exercise, things like that. I tried it for a little bit, and as much as I actually felt very productive, I was so tired I couldn't do it. I'm just not that early morning person.
My day is better when I wake up early and do my routine of taking a shot of heroin and doing some cocaine, and then going to work. I'm kidding. No, I like sitting outside when in the summer and blah blah.
Yeah,
my day is better when I wake up. If I sleep in, I am just.
I mean, I
going
agree
back
with
to
that
bed.
part.
The day's ruined.
Well, what time do you get up for work?
I get up at 5:50 to take my kids to school every day.
5:50? Damn. Well, I guess that's not that crazy. I get up. My alarm's for 6:15, so it's 25 minutes past that.
Yeah, so I'll take them to school, and then I'll just go to work, and then if I'm home in time, I'll pick them up.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I need to get up earlier.
Some people don't like it, but I like it.
How many hours do you need a night, you think?
I need 8, and I never get them. I need way more sleep than I get. I also read a book called Why We Sleep by somebody. That's a scary book if you don't sleep.
Why?
Because it basically tells you all the health problems you're going to have and probably already have if you don't sleep enough. It's like the number one thing you need in your life is sleep.
You're going to die.
Yeah. It's terrible.
Yeah,
Don't read it if you hate sleep, because you're going to start appreciating it.
Yeah, the Whoop is a WHOOP.
Whoop?
Whoop
there it is.
Yeah, Whoop. There it is. It is a exercise band, and one of the big parts of it is that it really analyzes your sleep, and it'll tell you if you should work out that day or you should just rest that day based on your recovery and sleep.
I don't trust it. Sounds like AI. Sounds like the government spying again. I always find it funny on Facebook when people put on Facebook how the government's spying on them. You put that on Facebook on a phone that they see. You're an idiot.
Well, have you ever seen the thing was I do not allow Facebook to use my pictures that I post on Facebook? Have you ever seen
No.
this it was a thing a couple years ago, I think, when older people were posting it. It's I do not give Facebook permission to use my pictures. It's well, you posted them.
You posted it on their platform.
Yeah, they can now.
Older people are so funny on specifically Facebook. They are funny. And I always see these AI videos that are obviously AI, and then the comment sections are all people thinking it's real, and they're of the older type of humor.
Yeah, but I've seen ones where it's
and it could be AI commenting on AI videos. And
yeah,
it's just
and I was and then I watch
making me angry, and it's not. None of this is real.
None of it's real. It's all fake. And then there's real people arguing with the fake people, and then the person that made the ad originally is yes.
Yeah. It's just one big troll machine.
Yeah, I know. It's just us being pissed at home, and then
that's what you got to do. Bringing it back to why we're here today is you got to troll people, piss them off. That's what gets engagement. Actually,
I would say
that's not untrue, but you don't want to do that.
I was gonna say I would like to say that's not a tactic, but it 100% works. Rage baiting is a thing. I figured
because it's not just about views. It's do people like the video? Do people comment on it? Because that will continue to churn it through the algorithm if people are engaging with it. That's what people say. Engagement is more important than views or followers.
Yes. Well, engagement's more important than. It depends on what you're using it for. You need the views to if you're trying to market things and stuff like that. Engagement helps you get more views.
That's what I meant. Engagement's you need the views. Engagement's more important than follower count on videos.
No, that's true for 100% true. I will say, so for a long time, I mean, it still exists. I had a car account, a PB Squamer car account, because I was I cared about cars so much. I think I had 100,000 followers on there. I think I was doing okay. what I learned, and this is so terrible, is that if you say something that's like slightly wrong,
Yep.
just like
Yep.
a little bit, just a little bit wrong,
Yes.
the comments blow the fuck up. Like I'd be like,
That's a
like
great
you'd be
example.
like, yeah, I don't know what a good example is. I'd be like,
I'll
oh well,
tell you, but keep going.
I mean, car related, it would be like, oh, well, this had a 6.2 liter engine. And they'd be like, it's a 6.1 liter engine. There's a fucking 6.1. So you get like 50
Yes.
comments that are like, you got the point one off. You are point one off. Or you'll be like, oh, well, this cost this amount. And then if you get it off by like a couple thousand, they're like, no, it's this. And as much as I hated doing it, every once in a while when I wouldn't get views, I could just be like, small thing. And they'd be like, I'd get so much engagement off that. Oh, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a great example. Just one small little thing.
I'm not saying do that. But you shouldn't do it because eventually they'll be like, oh, well, he's full of shit. But I will say when I was starting out, I learned, and a few times it was just by accident, but I was like that was one of the things when I worked at the car dealership. I got something wrong. One of the most popular videos.
Yeah, well, this video we talked about is Santa Fe, right? And this
Yeah.
has like 20,000 on Instagram. It has more on Facebook, I think. But in that, we talked about, I think Santa, is originated from some country. And then the comments are all, he came from Turkey or whatever. The education system has failed us, especially on Facebook. People are commenting these things. We were just we have no idea where it came from. Who cares? And at the end, I say something like, yeah, every year I always look for Santa, but I'm never able to see him. And then the video ends. And then some of the comments are like, I really hope he's kidding. All that's kind of a rage bait. People are engaging because of what we said in the video.
Yeah. Don't. I mean, some people do build their entire platform.
I was kidding, but I didn't expect that. But that's a good example of me not knowing what I was doing in the moment. I was obviously just being silly.
You know what?
But-
He actually is Faye. That's what it is.
But people were arguing in the comments. If you can that's why I never delete comments ever, even if they're mean, because you're going to have people sticking up for you, and then other people attacking each other on this comment thread. And like, ooh, yeah, give me more engagement, sir.
You ever been on like a video that you just like click and all of a sudden there's like 100 or there's like a one thread that's like 600 comments arguing with. I've had one where it was like it was not even the original point. Like they're so deep in this comment section that I'm like, what are they even talking about now?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you think that? And then it's like, well, like you're like, and I'm like, who are you people?
I mean, it's absurd that anybody would think that they could sway anyone through text form on social media to begin with. Like, debating online in comment sections is absolutely not helpful and will never accomplish anything. But it helps your engagement if people do that.
Yeah, do you think they ever go, like, how often do you think someone is persuaded that they're like, you
Never.
know what?
No
That
one's ever
person-
said, oh, you know what? That's a good point. I've never seen that typed out on social media. And so they're just thinking of the next thing to say as they're typing it out. Oh, I
You know what,
loaded
even
my
if
chamber
they-
to get ready to shoot.
Yeah, and
My
the other
next
thing is, even
thought
if they
out.
acknowledge is like, oh man, that guy's right. Not gonna say that though.
It's never happened. Or maybe that may have happened, but no.
No,
Not in text form. Maybe in videos, because that's happened to me. Like, I've had a thought, and then somebody said in a video something, and I thought, oh, well, maybe I was wrong about that. But it's never been through any sort of text comment section, because I just get pissed off.
Yeah, I've had videos where I've like, last week I was, or not even last week. I guess it was last week. On Wednesday, I was putting up my Christmas tree, and it came with gloves, and like they came with gloves. And I was like, who the fuck needs gloves to put up a Christmas tree? And as I'm unfurling the branches, it kept scratching up my arms, and I was like, fuck, this is what the gloves are for. So I made a video being like, what kind of pansy needs gloves for a Christmas tree? And then I didn't post it. Then I got to and then I started unfurling it, and I was like, the next clip was me being like, I apologize.
You get like cuts all over your arm and stuff.
I did. I had scratches. I still have one. There's a little tiny scratch.
You are the problem. You're why warning labels are on things. Please don't eat this.
Well, apparently, didn't we talk to somebody who is the reason for a warning label? Who was I talking to? Oh, no, I wasn't. It wasn't us. I was on live with Steph Macca and Corvin King, and apparently Steph, her dress got caught in an escalator, and now there's a warning sign that says, please lift dresses to make sure they don't get stuck in the escalator. And she's like, do you know how many people have sent me that?
And that's her fault. Like,
Yeah.
that started with her. What, for any dress or just this type of dress from this
I don't know.
company?
No, it was at it was like at a convention center. Her dress got stuck in the escalator,
yeah.
so they had to press the button. The security had to come out and cut her out. And apparently, on that escalator, there's now a sign that says, "Please
That's
lift dress"
terrifying.
when you get to
Oh, on the on the elevator.
on the escalator. Yeah,
Escalator, or
It's like,
elevator.
Escalator.
The stairs.
The stairs that move.
What would it get caught on?
When at the end, when the track flips and it
Oh,
goes
and it
underneath.
sucks it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
But that was scary.
yeah, she said she handled it. Her friend panicked immediately. She was like, "Just press the button." There's a button at the end of every single one.
Oh.
It says emergency stop.
Yeah. The measure of a human is usually found out in dire circumstances.
Panic! Panic!
I'm a panic guy. Most of the time. Like, oh no, I forgot everything. Anyway.
I think if it's my safety, I'm like, whatever. Like, I can handle it. Like, you're like, oh, he's gonna, like, something bad's gonna happen. I'm like, whatever. But if
Yeah.
it's like kids or something like that, or like, you're like,
Other people's kids, I don't care about. My kids.
hell
I'm
no,
kidding.
little Timmy's gonna get stuck in the
if you're
well.
a parent,
Bad,
you
not my
kind of know what
problem.
I'm talking about, though. I will save another person's kid, but just generally speaking, other people's kids are kind of annoying. So,
Yeah, I've definitely seen the thing. It's like you might hate everyone else's kids, but you'll love your own kids. So it's like,
oh yeah, yeah. My kids should be punched in the face every day by someone else, but I love them.
but
And if another random kid did what they did, I would punt that kid across the yard. Not really, because that's child abuse. Please don't clip this. Nikki, take this out, please. Just kidding. But I would get annoyed quicker with other kids than my own. I love my
yeah,
kids.
no, for sure.
So bringing it back to social media, what do we need to teach now? I feel like this is a scrap. We shouldn't post any of this. Some
I
of
think
this
it's
is
good.
good.
I think it's got some good points. I think we have good things.
I'll
Figure
say
out your
this.
niche.
Yes. Okay. You go, Daddy.
I was just gonna say, figure out your niche. Post consistently. In the beginning, be flexible. Don't be stuck on whatever it is, because sometimes that's gonna change.
Yeah.
I have never been able to. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that what I did when I first started TikTok, and this was me just trying to find something, I would use trendy sounds, and my niche has always kind of been comedy. So whatever space of the internet I found myself in has been comedic to some extent. And then the book thing was a niche I didn't realize I would ever be a part of. I've always been a reader, but I was always searching for my niche and going through different avenues, and books became my niche. But comedy was the main thread. So in the beginning, what I would do is I would just take trendy sounds that everybody was using, and I would make it funny somehow, whether it be some sort of parenting content, I think was mainly what it was in the beginning, or some other trendy type of humor. I don't know. But that's what I would do. I would just take trendy music or trendy sounds, and I would make them funny. But again, if you're not funny, please don't try to be funny, because it's just not going to work. Also, comedy is all about timing. Comedy is like 80% timing, 20% actual humor. Because some things can be funny if they're cut in a certain way, and they're not funny if they're not cut that way. And some things are just funny no matter what you do, but it's a very small percentage of that. So timing is the most important thing in comedy. Does that make sense?
No, I mean, I agree.
The pauses, the inflections of your voice, the way you it's a whole system. It's not just because you've heard people tell jokes before and they just can't tell the joke, but you hear somebody else tell the exact same joke and it's actually funny now.
Yeah, no, I think
They
it's
had
the same thing with
comedic timing.
I think it's the same thing with storytelling. You ever talk to someone
Same
who
thing,
has horrible storytelling abilities?
Yeah, you're looking at one right now.
You tell a good story. You can
Stop
capture
it,
it.
but keep
You can
going.
capture it. I remember one time I was talking to this one guy. He worked at a prison, which means he had crazy cool stories. He was the worst storyteller I've ever. He was a question storyteller.
He needs a ghostwriter for his audible stories.
Well, he already had the information. He just like it's crazy stuff. But the thing is, he'd be like, "What do you think happened next?" I don't know, Dave. What do you tell me?
I hate that. What do you think happened? I'm not here to freaking try to prophesy what happened. Tell me the story.
Like, what do you think?
This
I don't know.
not
I wasn't there.
This is not a choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
It's not. No.
Is there an alternate ending based on my answer? Like,
I'm not
what
playing
is
a video game. Okay, I'm not clicking a dialogue box, buddy.
Yeah.
Say the
Oh, my
story.
God. Yeah, he did this one guy would like repeatedly, and I'm like, oh my God. Or the extra details guy, where it's like, so I was going out on a Tuesday. There was this really hot girl. It was like 85 degrees. It's like, what the fuck does the degrees have to do with?
It can if you weave it in there to make it nice and maybe even comedic. But no, it's just
no. Sometimes yeah.
Or they start arguing with themselves during the story. Yeah, I went to this place on Tuesday, or was it Thursday? No, I don't know if it was Tuesday or Thursday. I can't really remember. Shut up! Just tell a story.
That's my dad. Actually, my dad does this thing where he doesn't remember vital parts of a story, which he's actually really funny. But that because he'll be like, so I was at the store, and what I saw this woman I work with, man, she's such a nice lady. I'd be like, what's the lady's name? He'd be like, I don't know. I have no idea. I know it was at 4 p.m. on a Tuesday in January. And I'm like, okay, you remember all of this, but you can't remember the lady's name that you've worked with for 6 years?
I relate to that. My dad's suck like, with names.
Yeah, my dad does that with like, he'll be like, okay, so this one time, it was a Wednesday in 2004 with my best friend from high school. I can't remember his name. But I'll be like...
But we were both wearing blue shirts, right?
Yeah.
It was a crisp 92 degrees outside.
Yeah, he has... I was like, what is that?
And we were both staring at this bird with a black wings and a white breast.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know why I threw that in there. I'm just thinking about white breasts right now.
I mean, it was turkey season 2 days ago. 3 days, 4 days ago.
Good stuffing and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Get stuffing and get stuffed.
I'll say this about back to social media. You want to be on all the platforms. You want to create a username if you don't have one already, which you probably already do. But you want it to be consistent to a certain extent. I screwed up because my TikTok is different than my Instagram because my Instagram one wasn't available by the time I moved over to that. It's the official Stephen Walker on Instagram and just official Stephen Walker on TikTok. But you want to have YouTube, make a YouTube. Even if you're not going to use it, you want to have the username secured. Make a YouTube, make an Instagram, secure all the usernames on all the major platforms. I don't really care about these up and coming platforms because who cares? The established ones, definitely those. And you want to post the same video to all of them. That's what I would do. Also, Instagram doesn't monetize. TikTok monetizes. YouTube monetizes. And Facebook monetizes. Now, all of those platforms have different thresholds to be monetized. For instance, YouTube, you have to have, I think, 1,000 followers and a certain amount of watch hours. And it's all in the criteria that that you can see when you make a YouTube profile. TikTok is, I think, 10,000 at this point. And something else. Facebook is invite only, I think. But it's also
Facebook
monetized.
is weird.
Facebook is my biggest source of income for social media.
Yeah, I know. It's Patreon. Well, I don't know if you count Patreon. Patreon is mine right now. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also, we have a Patreon. What a good segue for the SmashCast. If you want to see more videos like this, we have 2 tiers. Tier number 1 gets you these videos earlier than everybody else. And you can comment. We take your comments before anybody else's through Patreon. And then the second tier gets that plus behind-the-scenes footage from different events or other things we've been to. And you get a secret SmashCast episode Secret Smash, don't tell your mom. Every Friday. It's about 30 to 45 minutes. It's just an extra video that no one else gets to see except for Tier 2 on Patreon. So, please, the link will be somewhere in the description of this video. Sign up. It's also a great way to support us if you like what we do and you want us to continue doing it. We would like to make this a profession, but we're also having fun along the way. So thank you for already supporting us by watching our stuff. But if you'd like to go a little bit extra, sign up on Patreon.
That was a really good ad.
Yeah, I'm in freaking teach mode now.
Yeah, you were killing it, man. It must be the sweater. It's kind of a teacher sweater.
Well, if we went into this thing, we're going to teach something today. We never do that. It's always me turning my brain off. Oh, it's Santa Fe. Santa Fe. Not the place, but the person.
When you made that noise, it made me think of Elvis's start to Blue Christmas.
Oh, Blue Christmas without you.
We need to do a Christmas episode in some way before, but we got to figure out how.
Deck your balls with things that jingle, fa la 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 la. That was good.
That was pretty good. That was something.
Some
hey,
I
put up my Christmas
tree. Some people call
tree.
it a Jacob's ladder, fa la 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 la.
I put up my Christmas tree. You should be proud. I put it up before Thanksgiving, which breaks my rule. So.
Oh, I'm all about breaking rules.
Okay. Anyway, so that is advice. Do we have any other last minute advice on social media?
I'm sure we do. But what we can do is we can accumulate some questions that you may have for us in the comment sections of wherever this is being posted, YouTube probably, or Spotify. You can also comment. And Patreon as well. If you have questions for us about this, maybe we'll do a part 2. Or we'll do the Secret Smash, and we'll answer your questions over on Patreon.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Too. Yeah, I mean, I think that... I've learned a lot. We
gave some advice. It was kind of mixed in with everything else and convoluted.
our
So if you can extract any of that and use it and apply it to your life, then we'll call this episode a win.
Win.
I'm trying to think if there is anything else that I use. The posting schedule, very important. Don't miss a day. That's very important.
That's
the algorithm does not want you to be happy. They want you to be feeding the machine. So post every
Mental
day.
health.
Mental health. I mean, they'll tell you, oh, we care about... No, you don't. You care about money, and you care about churning out products, and people that help you do that is who you're going to use.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Unless, again, you are like super millions and millions of follower status, then anything you post is just an instant. Like Charlie D'Amelio back in the day, she could wait a week and then post again. It's just instantly 500,000 million views.
There is a dude that I follow on TikTok. He does special effects videos, and it takes him probably like a month or so to do them. But they are so crazy intricate that he gets a lot of followers.
And again, that's his niche. And
Yeah,
if we
and
spent
it's
that much
very
time on a
good.
video, it wouldn't be as quality.
if we spent a
wouldn't get any
month on a
views.
video, we'd get 5 views. We would
I mean,
get
again, yeah.
we would get nothing.
Finding the niche is important. I always thought I don't need a niche. And even if you look at my content today, you'll say, oh, he doesn't have a niche. He's just being himself. That's kind of my niche, is being myself, because I built it with just talking about books. My niche has been books. That has been the thing that propelled me to this moment. And now I can kind of say whatever I want, but those videos don't get as good views. But people like me because I'm talking about the books. Again, I'm the product. So that's what I'm trying to sell you on.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to find your niche. It could be baking. It could be, I mean, just anything. There's a market for anything.
Baking.
It could be baking. It could be flower picking. It could be freaking whatever. Jump scares.
I think the answer is don't overthink it in the beginning. Also, you have to get used to hearing yourself, which is another thing that's going to take some time.
Yeah. I listen to everything that I make, and so I sound exactly like I always. It's not weird to me anymore.
No, but the first, I would say 10 videos at least, you're going to be like, that's what I sound like?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Because you don't hear your own voice that often.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're gonna be
I do. Back in the day, I didn't, and I would hear myself record and think, ugh, I sound like that. But now I sound exactly the same, talking and hearing.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, at this point, we've spent countless hours listening to ourselves making these videos. So
I'll also say this. This is good advice. You're going to have a small following in the beginning, and don't neglect that group of people. Build on that. Don't celebrate the small victories, if you will. That's obviously a common taught thing, but you're going to have a small group of people in the beginning, and they're going to seem annoying because they like you. Celebrate that. Rely on them to build you, because they're going to share your stuff, and they're very important. They're the most important part of your journey, is that initial group of people that believed in you before anyone else did.
yeah, I am not good at celebrating small victories, at least with this. I appreciate the people that watch me, but
yeah, it's hard because you just want more and more and more, and that's just the human tendency is to want more.
I'm very
and
much
in my case, I'm trying to make money so I can live. My day job is lacking.
Live.
But I'm kind of up against the wall in that sense. But I'm still trying to celebrate along the way. It is more difficult the bigger you get because you just want more and more and more.
Yeah, the threshold moves quite a bit when you.
Yeah. I would also say don't read every comment, but I also don't live by that. Because one rule, or not a rule, but just a truth, if you will, is it takes hundreds of positive comments to cover mentally one negative comment. I don't know why that is, but the negative ones, I could scroll through 100 of positive, happy, great comments about how awesome I am. Then I get that one negative comment and it ruins my day. Not so much anymore, but starting out, it will destroy you. Also ask yourself that question. Am I willing? Am I mentally ready to accept the world stage?
Yeah, there was a time frame when I jumped on Facebook where the algorithm wasn't quite sure who to show my content to, so showing it to like everybody, which is like a lot of men.
That's
the
a great
dudes
point.
were shredding me. I was like,
Yes.
like who the hell does this guy think he is? I'm like, man.
That's a great point. I'm glad you brought that up. You're going to pass through wrong sections of the internet to get to your section. So don't be discouraged initially. If you find something that works for you mentally and like, I want to give this to the world, and you have a lot of hatred on it, you're going to pass through because the algorithm's trying to figure out where do I place you? And it's going to send you through all these places. Don't engage with negative comments because you become known as the person who engages with negative comments, and that becomes your niche. Like whenever I see these people, they'll take a comment and they'll make a video about the comment talking about how this comment is very hurtful. That's going to become your niche. And if you're fine with that, then keep doing that. But if people see you commenting on their comments, they're going to keep commenting that stuff, and it's going
Kind
to
of like
just
a blood
keep
in
you
the
in that
water
space.
thing.
Yeah, yeah. But if you just stay away, just don't acknowledge them, don't stitch them, don't give them any credit. Just wade through those waters until you find your space. So Whimsy Gossip did this. They just joined Facebook a few months ago. And Whimsy Gossip is the ones that make the fan fiction films that when I played Tamlin, and they have a podcast and they have great content. But then when they joined Facebook, the algorithm was sending them through places that they shouldn't be in, and they had nothing but negativity on their awesome content, but it was all negative, and they were upset about it. They talked to me about it, and I was like, well, yeah, it's just going to happen. But eventually now they've kind of landed in a space where people want them there, and the algorithm found them a place to land. But don't be too upset when you find out that, oh, I'm passing through just these shitty waters for a little bit. You're going to find your place to land.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm talking way more than you, and I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I think it's a good one. I think those are all good advice. We're at our hour of information. Boom.
You just
Bam.
call us the Wisdom Daddies from now. I'm going to change the name of the podcast. Welcome to the Wisdom Daddies.
It just sounds like a horrible. I can't tell if it sounds like a horrible podcast or like an older man podcast. I can't.
It sounds like a broadcast trying not to sound too broadcasty.
Yeah, maybe. This is the Wisdom podcast. We're better than the other podcasts because.
If it was called the Wisdom, I would never listen to anything called the Wisdom podcast. Ugh.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Well, thank you.
Sing us out, Squammy.
Thanks for being a friend. Anyways, thank you for being.
What's a song?
Thanks for being here. Follow us.
Hark the hairy Squamer lick, sing us. I am good looking. that was terrible too.
Oh my God.
No singing. I was trying to sing about your stash. But
thanks. Thanks. Thank you for watching. Please follow us on all the platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and make sure you subscribe below and hit the bell so you know when we post. Also, if you'd like, subscribe to our Patreon. Give us a follow there because we like your faces. Thanks for being here.
Smash.